and then I'll tell you how many suggestions we have, and then you just pick a number.
Right.
And then based on whatever that number is, then I'll read you out the suggestion, and then we
Okay.
just go for about 10 minutes, and that's pretty much it. And then we have a little I like to have a little chat afterwards.
Right.
And then and that's it. So I don't know.
I have a very improvised setup here. I have a phone on 2 boxes, and there's like a wash rag under the phone so it doesn't slip. Definitely not a pro setup.
Oh man, nobody can see any of that. That's what I love about this. Nobody can see outside of this little
Nobody
square.
can tell, right?
No, nobody can tell. All right.
Am I off center or?
No, man, you're great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
We have. So choose a number. Let's see. Choose a number between. Let me go live here. Choose a number between 1 and 8.
1 and 8, gonna split it down the middle plus 1, and I'll do 5.
Great. Wonderful. This is from Bob Miret, and the suggestion is Carrot Top.
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top.
So, in the UK, they call it ginger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just there about a month ago, and it's like, everybody was like, ginger, and I'm like, what's going on here? Because, in the States, they call it, if you have red hair, you call it the Carrot Top, right?
Yeah. Redhead, you call it, some people call it redhead. Fire top.
Everybody was like, ginger, and like, what are they talking about? Beer? Ginger beer? And I was like, frankly, a little confused, but it was, besides that, I had a great time.
Wow, so people were calling you, and you were probably looking around like they're calling something, you just didn't know what it was.
Well, yeah, they were looking at me and then yelling ginger, and like,
yeah.
The only ginger that I know, like, apart that I know is the name, but like the first thing that came to mind is like Ginger from
Ginger
what's
Spice.
that show? Gilligan's Island.
Oh, which she was a redhead too.
Yeah, from way back in the 70s.
I was thinking Ginger Spice.
Oh yeah. I didn't think I'm quite a bit older than you. I went back all the way to Gilligan's Island in the 1970s.
Hey, Ron, let me ask you something.
Yeah, Gino, what?
How old do you think I am?
Okay, is this some kind of trap?
No. And trust me, like whatever you guess, I'm not going to be upset about. But you said you were a lot older, so I just want to get a gauge of like, how old do you think I am? Like, how old?
Okay, look, I just want to preface this because I am really horrible at guessing people's weights and ages and all that stuff. So I don't want you to, if I'm really off, I don't want you to get upset, okay?
I noted. So
okay.
I won't. Promise I won't get.
Do you promise, like on your heart, not to get upset if I'm like way off?
My daughter, when I asked her how old I am, she said 70. So, and I don't want that to influence you, but I just want you to know that I promise whatever you say, I'm not going to hold it against you. I won't be upset. I just want you
you got to promise me because I actually lost a friendship because of this one time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Like, I guess my friend's age, and I was like way off, and he's like, you asshole, what were you thinking? Like, and like, I couldn't believe it, and I couldn't reconcile with him. I could never reconcile, and I was like just flabbergasted by the whole thing. So
you know who is the asshole? You know who was the asshole? Your friend. That's no friend.
I know, but okay. I mean, all right. Let's do it.
No,
All
okay,
right.
ready?
I don't know. Let me just get a good look at you. I'll turn the other way, other cheek.
Hey, that's what I'll do with you.
Can I see the?
I'll
Huh?
turn the other cheek. If you guess wrong, I'm not going to get mad. I'll turn the other cheek.
Okay, yeah. And can I see the back of your head
Yeah,
also? All right. Can you stand up?
sure, of course. I mean, it's only fair.
Yeah. All right. Can you twirl around? All right. Can you face me now? Face me. And do like this with your hands, like you're doing jumping jacks.
I'll do jumping jacks.
Okay. Do like 4 or 5 jumping jacks. Okay. All right. Okay. I'm getting a better idea. So now just no. Wait. Stay standing. Put your hands on your hips, and then move your shoulders forward like this. Okay. Now turn around and do that same movement, but with your back to me. Okay. All right. Good. All right. I think I'm getting a really good idea of your. I mean, I'm sorry I'm putting you through all this stuff,
I like it.
but I just want to make really sure that I'm getting a very accurate idea of, because I don't want to lose your friendship. So can you just put your hands behind your head like this? Okay. Can you flap your arms like you're flying? Okay. Can you do that another 5 or 6 times?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Okay. Okay. Now, can you cover your face with your hands like this? All right. Okay, you can sit down now. I think I have a good answer for you.
Do you want me to give you a couple of looks? Like,
Okay, yeah, that'd be helpful. All right, and stick your tongue out. More, stick it out more. All right. Do you do you have a toothbrush handy?
yeah, I got one right here. Do you want me to get it?
Could you like brush your teeth for a couple of minutes?
No problem. Give me just a second.
All right.
Hold on a second. Do you want to see it? Or should I just brush my teeth and come back? Do you want to see me brush my teeth?
No, you can just brush your teeth in the bathroom, then come back. That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Ron.
What mouthwash do you use?
Listerine. I use the minty green Listerine.
Not the one with the alcohol, the one with
Yeah,
the minty
right,
green with
right.
no alcohol.
No alcohol,
I mean,
no alcohol.
I
Yeah,
mean, you might wonder why I'm asking you this, but it's just part of my algorithm, you know.
hey,
So,
you're an artist. I'm not going to ask how you do it.
it is kind of an art, It's like, and I just one more thing,
Yeah.
one more thing, all right?
Yeah.
Stick your index finger in your nose
All the way?
as far as you can get it.
Okay.
And can you leave it there for about 30 seconds?
Yeah. Wait.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, 4, 5.
The weather's been great lately.
Yeah, it's been a little rainy here though.
I like rain. I mean, it helps things grow,
Yeah, I just planted some basil in my garden.
Oh, love fresh
It's coming
produce.
out. It's coming in beautifully. It really is.
Oh, I love it. I love pesto. Nothing better to me than pesto, man.
Pesto. I make an amazing pesto.
Mm,
You should come over one day.
sure. I consider that an invite. I'm going to hold you to it.
Yeah, it's an invite, dude. I swear. All right. Okay, you can take your finger out. That's fine. Um, you see, the thing is, I have like no clue what your age is. I I'm sorry. I just no, I just can't tell him. Um,
Can I guess what your age is?
sure.
I have a real unconventional way of doing it.
How's that? I'm game.
Can you give me a monologue from a Robert De Niro movie?
Mm, little bit, little bit.
Ah, you're 52.
What?
Yeah.
You got it right on the money, dude.
Yeah. That's my thing.
Oh,
I can tell based on the monologue exactly how anybody is, pretty much.
that wasn't even a monologue. I just did like a
Yeah.
really bad De Niro impression.
Yeah, that was it. That's all I needed, man.
I think you're the artist, man.
I don't want to
You,
say anything, but I kind of.
you are the artist, dude.
Hey, you had a little De Niro there. You're like, you. It was good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do impressions, but anybody can do De Niro.
Yeah. It's like Johnny Carson. Anybody can do those impressions, you know?
I can't do Johnny. Actually, it's funny because the only thing that I can do that I've ever been able to do is De Niro, and it's so amazing that that's what you asked for.
Wow. I'm glad you came back. And you didn't I know you were thinking of moving there, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's for you, man. I don't think London's for you.
Well, you know what? If I did move there, I certainly dye my hair first.
Yeah. Yo, Ginger.
Yeah. It really got annoying after, the 100th time.
You know what? Like, imagine being a celebrity. What that's like. Like people yelling your name all the time, and they're calling for you, and then eventually it's like, okay, enough, right?
I just would never do well as a celebrity. I think I'm just a little too introverted and just I want my own space,
Yeah.
It's
That would
not
be the worst. It would be the worst.
I definitely cannot handle fame, and it's just I'm just a quiet kind of guy. Just I like to come home and pull out my Kindle and start reading and stuff like that, and go to bed. And I'm just kind of a dull person,
Yeah. Hey, you don't got anything to apologize for, man. Being dull
No,
is
I'm not
okay.
apologizing. I'm not apologizing. I'm just telling you. I mean, you know me.
Yeah.
I'm not, the conversationalist at parties or anything at parties. I'm a dullard,
Yeah.
and I don't say that I don't say that as a derogatory thing to dullards, but I'm a dull person. My wife tells me all the time, you're fucking dull as fuck.
Do you think when
But
they were saying ginger, they were calling you dull? Do you think that was like a British term for dull?
no, I don't think it. You know what? I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of weird slang over there. It's like
Right.
there's this thing called Cockney rhyming
Yeah.
slang where
Yeah.
they say a word and it has nothing to do with the actual thing. Do you think they may have been calling me dull?
Maybe. I mean, the Cockney is like, I think it's apples and pears. If you say apples and pears, it means like going down the stairs. It's a rhyming thing, but it's not.
Right, yeah.
Maybe.
So it rhymes. So what if they're saying ginger? Then what rhymes with ginger?
Bring, bring her,
Bring
linger,
her?
linger.
Linger?
Ah,
Finger?
here he is, finger. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's like, don't let him linger. He's a
Don't let him
dog.
linger because he'll point his finger and
On
then
his
he'll bore you to
finger.
death or something like that.
Oh, thank God we're not over there, man.
Oh man, I never even thought of that. I'm definitely not. Never. I don't think I'm ever visiting over there again.
No, you know what I say? Once is enough.
And that is a motto that I apply to everything in my life.
Amen.
Once is enough.
Once is
You
enough.
do it once.
That's
You
it.
do it once, whether you like it or not. You
Yep.
never do it again.
Boom.
Keeps life fresh. You know what I mean?
Scene. Oh man. Super fun. I loved your idea of like just stand up, go brush your teeth. Like I love that, man. That was so fun.
I guess that was like sort of like a game in the scene, right?
Oh yeah. I'm like, that sounds like fun. You like flap your arms. I'm like, yeah, that sounds like fun.
Yeah, because if I were to guess your age right away, it's kind of like that's it. That would be the end of the scene, right?
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that you sent me on that wild chase of doing all those things and standing up. That was great.
And at one point, I was going to tell you to sit down, but I like the fact that you continued it because you were like, yeah, no, this needs to go on a little bit more.
There's no reason to go anywhere.
Exactly.
You're down in
Like
Miami.
yeah. I've most of my life lived here. I lived in the UK for a little bit.
Oh, draw from what you do. I like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when I left college back in the '80s, I took a little trip over there, and I was only going to stay 2 weeks, and I stayed 6 months.
Wow.
Kind of like backpacking up and down the UK.
Wow.
So I got to know the place.
That's great. And how often have you been back? Do you go back there a lot or not so much?
I've only been back once. I've been to several countries in Europe, but I've only been back there one time since then.
Mm. And you're not doing like you improvise down in Miami, but you haven't been doing a lot of online in the improv at all.
I haven't. This is my well, like I told you earlier. This is like my second. The first Zoom thing that I had was with you earlier. I did
Oh yeah, the happy hour.
your happy hour, and then this is only the second time I've ever been on Zoom. I've done Facebook chat with other friends of mine, but technically not Zoom.
Right.
So yeah, like I was here for an hour, like I was turning on and off lights around the apartment and trying to
lighting.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out the lighting and then trying to get the phone camera,
Yeah.
the correct height and have the background. It's like,
it looks good, man. Like that background, the jets and everything. Like that looks good. Like the lighting, man, looks great.
yeah. And there's these, like, I've heard about these ring lights. I haven't seen one. It's like a little light that's like a ring you can put on. Oh, that's it. All right.
Yeah, I got
And
one.
that goes right on in front of your monitor, or
Yeah,
are
you could hook it up to your phone if you want. Like the one I've got, I could put if I wanted to, I could put a phone like right in the middle of it. But I do a lot of stuff on my laptop, so I haven't like
okay.
used it for that for the phone. And if you have glasses, you'll see the ring in the reflection, but I'm not wearing my glasses, so I think it does.
Right.
And I think you can get away with not having to have any of those lights. Like a lot of times a desk lamp will do
No,
good.
yeah. It's just a convenience. That's
Yeah.
all it is.
Yeah. But like
So,
if I had better lighting, I wouldn't have bought it. I'm like, oh, if I could have just used what I had, then that would
right.
be great. But It is what it is. And then like, I think the more we talked earlier, the more you do it, the more you get used to it as far as like how this all works. And I look at it like, well, it's this or nothing. So I'd rather do it now. And then, if things go back to the way they were, or you're able to go in a theater, that's fine. But for me, it gives me a chance to improvise with people like you who I've never improvised with before.
Right. And it's I was going to say something. I lost my train of thought, but I'll just ask you my next question. You've been doing this a long time, right? You're a teacher, and
yeah.
I came late to the improv stuff. I'm 59 now, but I was when I first discovered improv, I was 52. So like later than most people.
But your advantage is you've got life experience, man. And so that's so much better.
Right. And a lot of times when because I've seen a lot of improvisers on stage, and you can tell like the older people, like you can tell that their life experience comes through.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
I'll send you some info. There's a Vintage Improv Festival, which is for people over 50. And
oh, really?
Yeah, and this year, man, I qualify. So it's very
you're
exciting.
50, really?
Yeah. I turned 50 in March, like 2 days before the quarantine hit in LA. And I was like,
oh,
we're all shut down. But my friend runs it, and it's great, but it's an improv festival. I think they're going to do it virtually this year, but it's people who are 50 and over, and it's a wonderful experience.
Yeah, definitely send me the link. It sounds like something I'm interested in. But I mean, now that I've I've been de-virginized with this stuff, I was telling you I was a little like I had like before we went on air, I had like butterflies, almost like the same way before like you go on stage.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's almost like been a rite of passage in a way.
Yeah, and like I still get those butterflies. I don't think like they go away, and you probably
no. But I was just surprised that I got them like when I'm doing this like from my home.
Right.
It's like there's nobody around, and like but
There's
it's just
no
the thought the thought of all these people, because you have a lot of followers. There's a lot of people watching this probably right now.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm really happy with the fact that there are people and from all over like that will tune in, or some people watch regularly, and some people like will watch it on. I put it up on YouTube as well, and some people,
You know what I think is really cool is I've been watching a lot of your videos. All these people from Denmark that you've been doing improv with, they have like there's a different style about them. There's like, I'm not knocking American improvisers, but there seems to be more like an honesty about them.
Yeah, I think I think they do access or play emotions a little bit more, because the words, for some Danes who improvise in English, some of them have to translate it into Danish, and then
Right.
some are improvising in English, even though English is not their native tongue. They'll improvise in English and think in English.
Yeah, because almost all of them speak really good English.
Oh, all of them do. Like that's one thing about especially Copenhagen, where I was, I taught there for about 7 months. I ran an improv theater in Copenhagen, and everybody who was there spoke English very well, and a lot of them like so much better than I can't speak another language, so even their English that wasn't as quick was still 1,000 times better than my not speaking another language. So they were able to get by, and they were able to use like emotions and physicality a lot more. So and it's a very much an expat city, so there are people from all over the world who.
Oh, it is really Copenhagen?
Yeah. So the theater I was at had people from, it was like Romania and the UK and Spain, and they were just.
Oh wow!
It became.
So you've got a sampling of like all around the world improv.
Yeah. And they were all, you just realize, oh, everybody here is just like me. We're all kind of misfits. And now we found this home in improv. So,
right.
And you would sit there and you would talk to somebody and they would have a flat dialect. And it's like, no, I'm from Romania. And it's like, what? Like you sound like you're from the Midwest.
Yeah, you couldn't tell, right?
You couldn't tell. My friend Flavio is from Romania. But when you talk to him, it's like, no, dude, you sound like you're from Nebraska. But then when you talk to people like, oh my God, all these people speak at least 2 languages for the most part. 2 or 3.
At least 2.
At least 2. And you're like, how amazing.
Like my nephew's wife is from she's German and she speaks 5 languages.
Yeah. They're also like a lot of Danes, because education's free, they're getting several master's degrees and PhDs. Like I know a bunch of people who have like 2-3 master's degree. They also pay you to go to school. So if you were going to university, you would also get a stipend. So people are like, well, I guess I'll just go back to school. So they're constantly learning. It's beautiful.
Yeah, why not?
Why not, man? You're going to get paid. You get a free education and you get paid. Yeah.
I mean, that is the kind of capitalist society I want to live in.
Amen. I loved it. I loved it there.
And, hopefully we will be like that one day.
You never know, man. Well, where can people, if they want to follow you or get a hold of you, what's the best way?
Well, I have an Instagram page. I only have like 6 videos on there, and they're really, really stupid and silly. But this is my Instagram thing. If you want to write it down.
Oh, perfect. Got it. I'll put that.
I had it written down because I knew you would ask that. But I'm not really big on social media, but you're welcome to, look at those stupid videos and, comment or not.
Well, that's perfect. I'll put that up in the information. So great playing with you, man. And
Same here.
Let's see when we do it again. All right.
Let's do it again sometime.
Right on. You got it.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
See you, buddy. Bye.